Pick up in 3, 2, 1, T-minus 9 minutes and counting. Ground launch sequencer is now controlling the countdown events. Over 1,000 launch parameters being monitored now by the computer, which can stop the countdown at any time that any one of those parameters falls out of limits. We'll carry the countdown until T-minus 31 seconds when Columbia's computers take over. At T-minus 8 minutes, 37 seconds and counting, this is shuttle launch control.
PLT OTC, configure fuel cell essential bus source switches.
With OTC PLT, that configuration is complete.
Copy.
This is shuttle launch control at T-minus 7 minutes, 35 seconds and counting. Preparing now to retract the orbiter access arm, which can be put back into position very quickly if there be a problem.
CAPU OTC.
With APU.
Yeah, I'd like you to acknowledge a caution prior to step 1040.
APU acknowledges.
Copy that. JRPS OTC, start APU and hydraulic strip chart recorders.
JRSS copies and recorders are running.
And we'll be going into the auxiliary power unit pre-start activities in about 10 seconds.
APU pre-start inward. And OTC PLT pre-start complete. Brake pack backs on 1 and 3, bulb up hold on 2 as expected.
Copy.
Standing by for APU pre-start in about 30 seconds. All flight recorders are running.
Go for orbiter APU start. OTC copies. PLT OTC, perform APU start.
APU start inward, OTC.
And CDR OTC, reconfigure heaters.
Heater reconfig is complete.
Copy.
Firing chain and the SRB and external tank range safety systems are being armed now.
OTC PLT 3 APU starts.
OTC copies, step 1051.
Ken Rominger reporting the APUs look good. T-minus 4 minutes.
Go for purge sequence 4.
This is the main engine helium purge sequence, which prepares the engines for main engine start. The main engine's now being gimbaled as a steering check for Columbia. T-minus 3 minutes. Vehicle on internal power.
Let's just go for ET LO2 pressurization.
It's the go to pressurize the liquid oxygen tank on the external tank.
PLT, OTC, clear caution warning memory, and verify no unexpected errors.
On OTC PLT, that's in order.
The beanie cap, the gaseous oxygen vent hood now being retracted.
Memory cleared. No unexpected errors.
OTC copies. And Columbia OTC, close and lock your visors, initiate O2 flow, and enjoy a weightless Thanksgiving. Let's just go for ET LO2 pressurization.
We sure appreciate all your work for this flow and this morning, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Roger that.
Replenishment of liquid hydrogen now terminated, and the hydrogen tank is pressurized.
One minute, 30 seconds.
Sound suppression water system now being armed. Solid rocket booster joint heater is now being turned off. Final check of booster commands. Locks and LH2 fill and vane valves are closed. External tank strut heaters are now off. Payload bay vent doors are positioned.
A3, LCC violation.
And we have a hold.
Clock at 31. NTD, this is the prop. Our limit is now 300. Oh, excuse me, sir.
We have a hold.
Stop when started. The entity, give me your latest reading.
Okay, we're now trending down to 290, up to 325. We're steady. Up 425. $450.
This is hydrogen concentrations in the aft.
370. We're going to 590. 570. 570. 570.
And NTDC prop, we've got about 45 seconds left to go.
500.
And we have confirmed this looks like low pressure leakage, so this is an acceptable amount of leakage to launch with.
Okay, I've got 520 right now.
Copy, SC entity. SC copies.
575. 610. $580.
Watching the hydrogen concentrations, which are trending above and below acceptable limits.
NTD, this is C-Prop. It appears to me that we're on the edge, but that we've got an acceptable limit. I'm looking at 575 here on the console. Hazgas, what are you reading at this point?
575.
NTD, my recommendation that we continue. I copy that. ST entity? ST copies. And your recommendation? We concur to go. I copy that. Launch director entity? Launch director, go ahead. Okay, based upon the trending, it's maintaining around 600. Test team is recommending proceed with countdown. NTD standby, sec. Hazgas, what you reading at this point?
600.
Okay, I copy.
550 at this time.
Recommend continue, sir. Copy that. NTD, you're clear. Copy that. GLS entity, pick up the count on your mark. GLS copies. On to zoom on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. GLS auto, GLS scope, auto sequence start. 25.
Solid rocket booster hydraulic power units have started. Sound suppression water system armed. Rain safety systems armed. 10, 9, 8. Ignition sequence start. 7, 6. 3 main engines up and burning. 2, 1. And liftoff of Space Shuttle Columbia on a diversified mission of astronomy and commercial space research.
Houston, Columbia, roll program.
Roger, roll, Columbia.
Houston is now controlling. The roll maneuver is complete. Columbia is in a heads-down, wings-level position, headed to its 190 nautical mile orbit. Seconds into the flight, Columbia's engines are now beginning to throttle down to 67% of rated thrust as the orbiter passes through the area of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle in the lower regions of the Earth's atmosphere. Columbia now miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center at an altitude of 4 miles. All 3 main engines, APUs, and fuel cells continuing to perform well.
Columbia, Houston, go at throttle up.
Roger, go at throttle up.
Columbia's 3 liquid-fueled engines are now back at full throttle, 104% of rated thrust. Columbia now traveling 1,800 miles per hour, 15 miles in altitude, downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, 13 miles. All 3 main engines continuing to perform well. The next event will be the burnout and separation of Columbia's twin solid rocket boosters.
Columbia, Houston, performance nominal.
Roger, performance nominal.
2 minutes, 18 seconds into the flight, the booster officer has confirmed good separation of the solid rocket boosters, and performance on board Columbia has been as expected. All 3 main engines are continuing to perform at 104% of rated thrust. The 3 auxiliary power units and fuel cells are also continuing to perform as expected. Columbia now downrange from the Kennedy Space Center at a distance of 55 miles, an altitude of 42 miles, traveling 3,290 miles per hour.
Columbia, Houston, 2-engine Ben Greer.
2 engine fan.
Spacecraft communicator Kurt Brown telling the crew that now in the event of a single engine failure, Columbia could reach the transatlantic landing site at Ben Guerir, Morocco. However, all 3 main engines continuing to perform as expected. Columbia now downrange 95 miles from the Kennedy Space Center at an altitude of 54 miles. Speed is 4,000 miles per hour.